As you enter the Murkoff facility and find the engineer at the bingo fuel, you'll find yourself 4 vastly different rigs: stun, blind, heal, and x-ray. Each of them are vastly different, and I'm here to tell you which ones you should use for each different type of playstyle. Let's get straight into it. Let's first have a look at the stun rig, which allows you to throw a stunning weapon at an enemy for you to run right past them. This has alternative mechanisms to being able to take out screamers, but of course all of this does attract the attention of nearby enemies because this rig is loud. Most pros will know, though, that the stun rig can easily be replaced by a brick that you can find on the floor. Now, a brick of strong arm will take an enemy around 15 seconds to get back up, as shown on screen. An alternative to the stun rig, which will only take them out for around 9 seconds. That's a 6 seconds difference in stun time, and the 15 seconds is plenty enough time to be able to do most objectives, take people up from the ground, and multiple other things which I won't list right here. And although bricks may be limited compared to the rechargeable stun rig, this is an obvious negative side for the stun rig. Let's compare that to big enemies, though, where the brick does practically no time, compared to the stun rig, which does 3 seconds, which is practically no difference, so there's no benefit there. The only benefit that is in the game is there's brick doing little to no time on the big guys, like blind, compared to the stun rig, which takes them out for around 10 seconds here. We also must keep in mind of the recharge time for the stun rig being quite big and the other rigs being vastly better. Which we are going over next is the blinding mine, which legitimately places a mine that the enemy can trip over to blind them for a long time. Now, how long exactly? We're about to see here. This mine is very good because when you are within the smoke of the mine after an enemy trips over it, you are invincible to all enemy attacks. This allows you to do objectives, heal people when they're on the ground, and multiple other very useful things. And even if the blind guy, which is blind, he can still be affected by the smoke itself. This will also stun enemies for much longer than the stun rig, so this makes it significantly better. Although you might think there are some nerfs to this, like not being able to place it down immediately, this can be easily overcome by having a door in between you and the enemy, giving plenty of time to place down the mine for the enemy to trip over. Of course, the major benefits of the mine outweigh the stun rig in every possible way. Being able to have 30 seconds of time to do any objective, like fixing the generators, or doing the seismographs, or even waiting at the end of the trial for the list to come after pressing the button, completely overshadowed the stun rig in every way. 30 seconds is much more different, especially to big enemies, which might come along your way. But of course, my favorite benefit is being able to have 30 seconds of pulling the switch at the snitch mission. This is super overpowered in the mine, and I highly recommend it for pro players or anyone, really. Next one is going to be X-ray, which advertises itself to be able to see enemies through walls so you can avoid them. But of course, you can see other things, like every item, like every brick, medicine, lockpick, or bottle. You can see every alternative objective, like every journal, every poster. You can also see every single trap, like the traps on the floor, which give you psychosis, or the crosses, which go into your chest when you open the wrong door. But of course, you cannot see main objectives, like bleach, gasoline, generators, keys, or anything of that sort, meaning that you're gonna have to rely on the base game. But we cannot ignore the very handy ability to be able to locate enemies and avoid them easily. Finally is the medicine rig, which is a very handy rig for at least one person to have during any trial whatsoever. Allows you to heal every single friend that's nearby to full. Not only that, but it cures psychosis for fellow enemies and yourself, and can temporarily stun enemies for a very short amount of time. But it's just enough to be able to get people to stop attacking your friends and to heal them as well. You're not going to need many of these because too many healers results in a negative score, because getting hit so much is a bad thing, but you're going to need at least one for very difficult trials where you're gonna guaranteed to be hit anyways. Enough of the results. Here are all the different playstyles I suggest for each different rig. Now, as you can see, the stun rig has no playstyles associated with it, purely because if you are new, you might think that the stun mechanic will be the best, but it's actually the heals, so you can understand of your faults and be able to learn from them and actually put the learnings into effect rather than just dying. The mine rig is better in pretty much every single way than the stun rig, outside of like a blind guy, and the probability of finding that is extremely rare, and it's going to be for an extremely short time as well. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. I hope you guys can like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Sorry I haven't been uploading. I don't have any excuse. I've just been playing Terraria, Yep. Bye.